Let me look at the next question. Okay, this is from the same person. It says, also, was your orientation of marriage as a youth before marriage based off or influenced in any way by what you saw from your parents growing up? Okay, so I think the only influence I could think on top of my head is the fact that my parents got married early. I got fascinated by it, and growing up I just wanted to marry early. Okay, the second thing I would say is that when I started reading a lot of books, was this guy, Praise George. That's where I started from. When I was in the university, there was this guy that wrote small booklets about relationship. Okay, his name is Praise George. Okay, so he wrote lots of books. I had like up to 30 of his books, small booklets then. Anyone he released, I just go to bookshop, I buy. Okay, also when I was young, I loved reading a lot. Okay, so it's not just books about marriage. I actually read a lot about a lot of things. So from Praise George, I now started buying actual marriage books. Okay, I'll go to bookshop, I see a new title from an author I know, and I can just buy the book, go home, and I will read it. So if you go to my book collections, you actually see books about marriage, books about being a man, books about being a husband, and things like that. So I think they kind of influenced my ideology of marriage, kind of influenced my ideology about building a home. I also think that my sister also had some kind of influence in my life. So when I was young, I think about my middle year in secondary school, I used to go to my sister's house. Okay, so she was married, but they didn't have any children. Okay, so it was just her and the husband. Okay, I think they didn't have a child for, if I'm not mistaken, for up to 9 years. So usually during holidays, I will go to their house and then stay with them. And I loved the way she related with her husband, the way they eat together, the way they play, the way they do things, you won't even notice that there's no baby in that house. Okay, they are always giggling. Sometimes, so it's just 3 of us in the house. Okay, they are in their room, I'm in my room. Whenever they are back from work, they're always giggling. They will keep giggling, talking, laughing till they sleep. So when I stop hearing a noise, I just know that they have, gone to bed. And I keep wondering, what are they always talking about? What are they always laughing about? And today it's happening to me. Okay, if I'm in the room with my wife, we can be talking, giggling, laughing. We can lock the door and be in a room for the whole day, and we won't bother you, you won't bother us. Okay, maybe I got it from them. I'm not sure, but that's one key picture I know that influenced me before I got married. So I wanted to have that. I wanted to experience that, if you understand what I mean. And then books. I read a lot, and it kind of influenced my knowledge. Okay.